Take away our tools. Take away our weapons. Take away everything we've built. What's left is a slow, clawless, fangless animal, with weak eyesight and thin skin that sunburns in an afternoon. And yet, that animal became the deadliest predator this planet has ever seen. No claws sharp enough to tear hide. No jaws strong enough to crack bone. No speed to outrun a gazelle, or a wolf, or even a startled rabbit. By almost every physical measure, humans should have been prey, not predators. A chimpanzee, pound for pound, is roughly twice as strong as an average human. A grizzly bear could kill us in a single swipe. We have none of the built-in weapons every other apex predator relies on. Long before humans hunted large animals directly, earlier ancestors scavenged carcasses left behind by real predators, using simple stone tools to crack open bones other animals couldn't, accessing marrow packed with fat and calories no one else could reach. But somewhere between 100,000 and 50,000 years ago, something changed. Ancient humans began spreading across the planet, and everywhere they went, something strange followed. The largest animals on that continent started disappearing. Woolly mammoths, giant ground sloths, saber-toothed cats, enormous flightless birds twice the height of a man. In North America, mammoths, mastodons, giant beavers the size of black bears, and enormous ground sloths that stood taller than a giraffe all disappeared. In Australia, marsupial lions and 1,000-pound wombat-like giants vanished. In Europe, woolly rhinos and cave bears met the same fate. One by one, across nearly every continent humans reached, these giants vanished within a few thousand years of our arrival. Scientists call this the Overkill Hypothesis, the idea that early humans hunted many of these massive species into extinction. It's still debated. Climate change was shifting dramatically around the same time, and some researchers argue that's the bigger culprit. But the timing, again and again, on continent after continent, lines up disturbingly well with human arrival. Either way, most researchers agree humans were, at minimum, a major contributing factor, arriving right as many of these giants were already vulnerable and finishing what climate change had started. So how did a slow, clawless animal do this? Part of the answer is something almost no other predator on Earth can do. Humans can run prey to death. Cheetahs are faster. Lions are stronger. But almost no animal can sustain a chase for hours. Humans can. We sweat instead of pant, which means we cool down while running, not just while resting. Combine that with 2 legs built for endurance. And early humans could simply follow an antelope, hour after hour, until its body gave out from heat stroke, long before ours did. This isn't just theory. Modern hunter-gatherers in the Kalahari Desert still practice this technique today, called persistence hunting, chasing kudu or eland antelope under the midday sun for 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours, until the animal simply collapses. Add tools to that endurance, and the math changes completely. A sharpened wooden spear extends your reach. A spear thrower, called an Atlatl, multiplies the force behind it. Suddenly a slow animal without claws can kill from a distance, safely, repeatedly. Later, humans developed the bow and arrow, striking from even farther away, with even less risk. Each new tool meant less physical strength was needed, and more planning, patience, and precision instead. Eventually, humans formed an alliance no other predator had, partnering with another species entirely. Domesticated dogs could track scent, corner prey, and guard camps, turning hunting into a 2-species operation. Then there's fire. No other predator on the planet has ever controlled fire. Humans used it to cook food, extract more calories from every meal, stay warm in climates that should have killed them, and drive prey directly into ambushes. Cooked meat is dramatically easier to digest than raw meat, meaning our bodies could extract far more energy from the same amount of food. Some anthropologists argue this single change may have fueled the growth of the human brain itself, since brains are extremely energy-expensive organs to run. This wasn't limited to modern humans, either. Even earlier relatives, like Homo erectus, were already using fire and coordinated hunting, over 1 million years before our species even existed. And a bigger brain meant better tracking, better tool design, better planning, better cooperation, which led to more successful hunts, more reliable food, and even more energy available to grow an even bigger brain. It became a feedback loop no other predator on Earth was capable of entering. But maybe the single biggest advantage wasn't physical at all. It was social. Wolves hunt in packs, so do lions. But human cooperation went further, planning ahead, communicating complex strategies, remembering the landscape, and passing that knowledge down to children who hadn't even been born yet during the last hunt. Some group members tracked. Others circled around to block an escape route. Others waited in ambush. This kind of coordinated, role-based hunting requires something almost no other animal has. Complex shared language, capable of describing a plan that hasn't happened yet. That combination left a mark that lingers even today. Recent research has found that many animals, including large predators like lions, respond with more fear to the recorded sound of a human voice than to the growl of a lion. In a study conducted in South Africa's Greater Kruger region, researchers played recordings to wildlife at watering holes. Lions, leopards, elephants, even rhinos fled from the sound of calm human conversation, far more often and far faster than they fled from lion roars, gunshots, or hunting dogs. After tens of thousands of years, the most feared sound in the wild still isn't a roar. It's us. Today, humans influence more of Earth's landscape than any other species that has ever existed. We've reshaped coastlines, cleared forests, and driven the modern extinction rate of large animals higher than almost any point in the fossil record, aside from the 5 mass extinctions themselves. So, were ancient humans really the king of the jungle? It's a fair question, considering how the story usually gets told. Not in the way lions or tigers were that title, through claws, size, or raw power. Humans earned it a completely different way. Not by being the strongest animal in the forest, but by being the only one that could outthink, out-cooperate, and outlast every other animal in it. It's a strange kind of crown. Not one you can see in a photograph, a fang, a claw, a roar. But if you measure a king by how much of the world learned to fear it, humans have worn that crown for longer, and more completely, than any lion ever has.